Hey guys, it's Jeff here from BikeReview.com.au. Beautiful day. It's great to be out in the Aussie bush screaming around on the 2019 Yamaha R3. Now the R3 has always been a really popular, obviously, lambs bike and more of a road bike than a sports bike, even though it's heavily used in production racing. But after the update of the R1 and the R6, now the R3 has been updated to fit that family. So it's got the same styling as the bigger siblings, and it's more of a sports bike. The engine remains the same, the 321cc 180 degree twin. It's a fabulous motor. It pulls third gear off roundabouts and it pulls from really low RPM. Like you can't believe how good it is. So it punches above its weight. The engine's got a stonking top end, and you can see its success on the racetrack proves that. So Yamaha have left the engine alone, and what they've done is they've given the bike upgraded forks, which can take Öhlins cartridges, which is obviously better for proddy racing. And they're a really nice, firm, sporty ride. I'm super impressed with the forks. The rear shock has a firmer spring, still only got preload adjustment unfortunately, and it could do with some adjustment there, but it's definitely on the sportier side now. Handlebars are lower, repositioned, new triple clamp with the tuned flex grooves like the R1 has, which actually came from the World Superbike days back when Pitty was there. So that looks cool. It's probably, a bit more looks than anything else, but it's a fantastic looking motorcycle. It's got the new LCD dash, which is fantastic. So overall, all the styling's really good. Brakes, just with the twin piston sliding caliper. That's the only downside for me today and the last week or so testing the bike. Heavy braking like I've been doing today on the twisties, I run out of brakes. I'm 95 kilos, but yeah, I'll run out of brakes. That lever's coming right back to the handlebars. So it needs two discs to be a proper sports bike, but it's still got fabulous feel and a lot of power there. It's just that it's got that fade because it's only got the one rotor doing all the work. Obviously the positive of that is, less weight on the front end, I guess, rather the brake. This bike's fitted with the racing tyres, Alpha 14s by Dunlop. Super grippy, and you know what? That makes our job hard because I'm not really testing a standard bike, and grip fixes everything. But I feel that it would be good on standard tyres just by the geometry and feel of the bike. And I'd be interested to try it on the standard tyres at some stage. These things are, very much a dry weather racing tyre, tiny grooves, a lot of silica compound in them. So this one's got the race tyres on it because it came from the Aussie launch, which was held at a racetrack. But they were brand new, this one wasn't used. But obviously the tyres are making a big difference for me. So that's making the bike fantastic. Seating position, I'm 187 centimetres tall. It's very comfortable. The ergonomics are really good. It's not super sporty, but it's not as road going as the previous model. It just feels like a sort of a late 80s, early 90s sports bike, I guess. It feels a lot like the old RZ250. and 350 from the mid-80s, which is probably, honestly, it's probably got similar geometry and stuff like that, because that was a really good handling bike, just had a lot more power. Unfortunately, these days with 4-strokes now, all that learners have, you know, this is 40 horsepower and 20 foot-pounds of torque, and even in the mid-80s, the 250s and 300s were closer to 50 horsepower, some of them up 60 horsepower. So, you know, everyone's missing out a bit now with more weight and less power, but as far as the current crop of little sports bikes goes, this is one of the best I've ridden. It's absolutely the best 300 capacity motorcycle, I think, in terms of handling and engine characteristics. The Ninja 400's obviously got more stick, but this feels more like a sports bike. So overall, fantastic motorcycle, $6,299 plus on road, which is really good value, obviously. Lots of cool accessories available for the bike. It's got the big bike look, the big bike feel, plenty of room for a pillion, all that kind of cool stuff. I could happily live with this motorcycle. It just needs a louder exhaust, a bit of an upgrade to the front brakes, maybe a braided line and sintered pads and some better fluid might just do the trick there. Gearing's pretty much spot on because it pulls the tall gears, so I wouldn't change the gearing or anything like that. And it's the kind of bike you could commute on, you could putt around on, and you could have a really good time up your local twisties without pushing like you'd have to on an R1 or an R6. So overall, fantastic bike. It'll be a nice bike to learn on. Really impressed with the upgrades, especially to the styling and the front suspension that Yamaha have done, and the other bits and pieces you can see in the technical breakout. Don't forget to read the full review. Thanks for watching this. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you haven't done it already. Comment, tell us about your R3 experiences, and like I said, check out the full review on BikeReview.com.au. Make sure you have a great day. See you later.